I'm speechless. Not as a speaker, but I look at so many distinguished speakers among the past and today, and also look at the crowd, and I'm so honored and also humbled to share my story with everyone today. So when I received invitation, I said, oh my God, should I do this? Can I do this? And so many professional speakers, just like Barbara, like Jill, and I am non-English as a first language speaker. And also, I have so many daily things. How do I organize them together? And I have been thinking, this is a good opportunity for me to share my story, and I always want to share. And also, I want to advocate for what I have been doing and share with everybody, and we have the shared spirit so we can move things as a woman, team, and moving things forward. So I said, okay, I want to do it. Until yesterday, I don't know how to put things together. And I was talking to Barbara, I said, maybe I should get to talk to you earlier. And finally, I got to know what I'm going to say and how I can put things together. And I don't want to confuse you, but I want to start with my topic. I want to talk about courage and difference today. Barbara just talked about the courage. And when I saw that 3 questions she sent it to me, I said, yes, I'm a person with a lot of courage. And I have to have the courage to deal with the challenges every day. So I think, courage is so important. And, for me, I have a personality and I have a desire. I chase my dreams. I have my, all the fears, balanced within my psychologically balanced mind. So that's why I can start doing things the other people think it's impossible. That's my enjoyment. I enjoy to do things the other people think it's impossible to accomplish. So, today, I just want to say, with the courage, and we make a difference. While we're making difference, we are bringing a lot of differences together. That's how we get there. So I'm a doer. I always, dream, but then I pursued the dream. So I want to start to tell my story. How did I do that? It's not a miracle. Everybody can do it. And you just have to make your mind, and you know what you're doing. And I think, courage is a balanced, psychologically balanced mind, and with a wisdom of making difference and bringing differences together. That's my theme for today. So after so many years, I've been working with children's educational program. And one day, one parent came to me. She has a teenager boy and just turned 13 and started getting wild. And she has a lot of dreams for this boy. And she thought, this boy should be a lawyer or physician. This is a typical Asian, mind. Okay, but she's so rebellious to me now. What can I do to keep him on my own track? So she asked me about this advice, suggestion. And she said, after you have so many years working with kids, how should I get my boy to go with my way? This is my explanation. She had a long story, but this is my explanation. What I told her is that I think the most important thing is a healthy mind, a psychologically balanced mind. So they don't have a fear. They can do things without all those emotional factors. So they can utilize utilize the maximum capacity of their own ability. And I think, this is the most important thing. No matter how smart the boy is, and no matter how much, books they have been learning, and if they have all the other factors affecting, distract the boy, and there's no way he can reach to that point. And without this balanced mind, he can't even utilize very minimal of his ability. He always think, okay, somebody, how do they think of me? I want to be the number one. I want to be the smartest one. How can I get there? And how can I beat the other people? They're not thinking about how do they beat themselves up first. And they always think all those distracting factors. So that's what my suggestion to her. She said, really? After so many years of principal at the Chinese school, you're not talking about learning more books? Well, I said, this is really start from my heart. So as a woman, as an immigrant, I came here, and actually when I was in China, I could tell you this. I'm kind of not a really regular, normal girls, and I always pursue my dreams. And pursuing my dreams sometimes make me in trouble because I'm not really obeying, doing things. By that time, I came in 1984. By that time, the China is still in a situation, everything is dominated and restricted. Now they are more open. But I have a lot of troubles when I was in China because I always want to pursue dreams. Sometimes it's not go with the route I'm supposed to be. And I had experience after my graduation. My major was math and computer science, and then I started doing scientific calculation. Then I found, I always follow somebody else because I'm like a big calculator. So, I wanted to do something for my own field. I feel my own proudness. And by that time, United Nations Development Program just started a training program in China. It's talking about, management information system. Think of that was, late 1970s. So I made all my effort to, sign up for that program. And from now on, and from then on, I started, working, I like this field. It's because it's an interface between human being and the computer. So I started working on it. I created, a lot of, the system, and actually not a lot, but, it's a system to help managing the manufacturer's, inventory. That was the first project that we did. So I think, for those kind of things, you have to really work hard because, it's not, what is you supposed to do? You're supposed to get a job assigned and you start to work, with that company for your whole life, get married and have raise kids. I just want to do something, I like. So when I immigrated to United States, some people told me, I think you are like, a fish going to the water now. I'm sure you're not going to get more trouble than here. Probably you are more, suitable for living there rather than here. And by that time I said, oh my God, I never thought it that way. Maybe it should be really, really, going that way. And it's good for me. It's good for my personal development. So I just want to say, the courage. I want to, just tell everybody whatever you want to do, and you need to have a courage. But I want to just tell you something in detail about the courage. Okay, first of all, I want you to think we should have a courage of dream. This is the number one thing. And I think most of the time people are afraid of dreams. And I want to thank you for my husband, has been supporting me for so many years. And I do all those crazy things, but he's always behind. And right now he's over there taking. But we have a different personality. Whenever I dream, he always discourages me. You're dreaming. You're pulling your own hair to move. I just give you an example. One day I was, we were looking at another side of our new center in Arlington Heights, and I happened to take one of the seniors. Sometimes this senior lives close by me, and it's a adult daycare service. Sometimes I take her with me. But that day I need to go visit at the site. I said, would you like to go with me? She said, oh yeah. And I went with her, and we looked at the site, and we talked to the realtor. And I came back next morning. I said, oh, last night I had a dream. I said I dreamed what the center will look like. I even said maybe you should have, because a lot of senior has a drawing problem, whatever. Maybe you should have a little swimming pool, and they can use their, whatever, doing those floating exercise. And I said, oh. Then after that, immediately I realized this is too much. Somebody will say you're dreaming. And this little lady, she's so cute. She said, well, it's a beautiful dream. It doesn't cost anything. Why don't you just enjoy it? So, this morning I took, that lady again. I told her, I'm going to tell the story you told me. She said, okay, go ahead. Let everybody dream. So, I think, dare to dream, that's the number one thing. And the second thing is dare to initiate. After you're dreaming, most people just kind of, leave the dream alone and think, oh, it's impossible. I think we should have a courage to initiate. And just to initiate, you have to do a lot of, planning, have to think about it. You should plan to give yourself into that project, into that mission, so you can move things forward. And I think this is the second thing I want to share with everyone. I have some notes here, but I'm not following it now. But as long as I pass the message to you, I think I'm happy. The third one, we have to have a courage to learn. I found, because talking about this, my background was math and computer science. I get into the social service and the children's educational field because, I wanted my daughter to learn Chinese language besides regular school. And, we started the first school and the second school. By the way, the second school, when we started the second school, we were driving to a parent. I called a group of parents, and my husband was driving, always supporting. And he said, my God, have 1 year not enough? Don't you want to, are you going to open another Spanish school? Well, I said, if it's necessary, and whatever I think it's necessary, responding to the needs, it's in my consideration. And also taking the action.